Let's do a quick video. I bought a chicken at Costco. Comes from Canada. I hope this chicken had a good life. Dissected it, took off the main part of the chicken, and put it in the fridge over here. Second part of the chicken over here, I'll take out the chicken in it. Here I have the juice left over. I'll be separating the fats. I shouldn't have put in the rice yet. I should have let it cool down, let the fats rise to the top, and then remove the fats, and then add back the chicken. What else do we have to do today? My son, he doesn't know it. He's got all these instruments. He learns this stuff in 5 minutes, and then he's off to doing something else. Here's my desk. Okay. Here's my cat food. I don't go out and buy a plastic top. Maybe I could. I just shove this on the top. Look at that. I got some scooey wooey on my hand, but that's okay. The other thing I want to talk about in this video, right, is I got my umbrella up with my light on it. And the other thing I want to talk about is this. It's so crazy. How long ago can you tell me that this showed up? This zodiac sign showed up. Now I want to show you something else, that if you look up this name and punch roulette in with it, you're going to come up with what they call the racetrack. And on that racetrack, you're going to have separated between all the numbers, is you're going to have 17, 34, and 6. Okay, or 1776, or 876, or 21. 57 or 21, that is your moon. That is the exact numbers for the moon. On this side, it's 20, 34, 44, 54, 64, 65, and 9, 74, and 1. On this side, we get it with the 6. The opposite of 1 is the 6, right? The opposite of the 7. We're not going to do that. Here's 5, here's 7, here's 4. And anyways, that's it'll say Orpheus. It'll say the same thing as this is a zodiac sign, so they're matching the roulette to the zodiac sign. There's a whole bunch of other things I wanted to do. One was the Steinberg sign. We had a grocery store named Steinberg's, and if you can take a look, it was owned by a Jew, and they connected the Lamed to the S letter. Was it a Steinberg or was it an iceberg? What knocked down Titanic? Here's the wheel in between the V. If this wheel turns, I can run two spindles or 2 gears, and I can run A and C planet through B. They call B the house. So is it A and C infiltrating? And then I put the line, I can run a line down here, and that can be just a measuring tape that goes on here. I'm trying to learn what cash parking is on the internet. What is the objective of the animals and being so smart on this planet? They use the expression as bar none. They also bar the 12. Bar none and bar the 12 in the game of craps. Because everything in life that I've done over the past few years, stripes, sapam is something to... this is very good. If you're feeling sick and you have phlegm in your throat, they'll give you a pine salt. This again, this is used many times in the church, and this is also a basketball. I can't explain it to you now, but I was watching a game the other day, and I think it was Detroit, the Motor City, had a partial, actually it looked like this, but you don't see it like this, but it was this piece over here, this piece over here, and over here was a line. These 3 had different colors than these 2, but it was the shape of a basketball. So these are all indications, right? Here's my 2 A's. I can probably overlap them and bring myself an A inside A. So if I brought that A inside A, would I start it down here? I start it here, and I bring an A inside of A. Let me see if I have to bring it down here. And when you create A inside A, the center A, do you see the way I'm offset over here? Did I do that right? Should I have started my A here? Where should I have started my A? I'm just going to do this again and do that crossover. And then now we have, I like to call the one-sided A. And you can notice that this is a right angle and a left angle to do these 2 impartial A's. Here's your point to the left, but everything is to the right, almost like explaining the heart. What is the difference between U and V? They both use them as 666, I think, in Chaldean. Okay, in Chaldean numbers, the WUV is all 666. The M and the W come together. Is it the Dame and Eve between the two E worlds? AD 1441. 1441. Beirut, how about to grate your cheese? Oh, I think it's great. How about to eat your cheese? Mercury to Dodge City. Dodge is 57. G and E equaling to 464. The opposite of this 6 is a 1, so it becomes 164. This becomes 464. It can also be 4, 1, 4, as well as it can be 6, 1, 6. This would make 10, this would make 7, and that would be 5 times 2 equals 10. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Number 52. Why do I get all this? Because in the game of craps, right, the 10 is the opposite of the 4. So 4 and 6 is 10. 1 times 1 doesn't work together. What would be the opposite of the 1? It's actually the 6. The opposite of the 4 is the 6. The opposite of the 1 is the 6. Why? Because 4 equals to 10. So I can also put 10, what would be the opposite of the 6? 8, and then I can get 10 again. So I'll get 181. So resident angel. Resident, not president, angel. These are all numbers that come up through games, through mathematics, through games that were created in casinos, professional, to beat the odds, the reality of it. But I don't want to say any more. I just want to go back to where the 6 and 8, where the 5 and 9, the EI, and the O, where the 7th gate comes to the point and explains it to me in gematria. Here's another sign. They say it's the vulva. There's an entry point. I can't explain this. Has to do with Roman numerals. How the S and T comes together to create the R. This is number 39, and it's Saturn, planet Saturn. And just watching John S. Soul come in, magnetism, Babylon, energy, connectivity, breathen, breathing the fire. I was looking at all these sites because there's something in here. I don't really know what it is yet. Something about meeting people. I'm not quite sure. But you know what? I think I've said enough, and good God, it's over. Thank you for watching this video.